Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Blackwater podcast. We're trying something a little bit different on today's episode. What we've done is I created a bracket, and me, Vitor, and Nick went through the bracket to find out what our favorite album of the thing was. I think from listening to this when I was editing it, it seems to translate quite well to just listening to it on audio. So I hope you will enjoy it. If you want to play along, links in the description is the exact same bracket we did. So send us over, all of the stuff that you did, what your things were, what you landed on as the best, what you disagreed on, what you agreed on, all that jazz. Because we'll be very interested to see and have a conversation all about it. Because that's what this is all about, having conversations about the music we love. But without that, follow, like, do everything for us, and enjoy the episode.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May 10th. It's a very exciting episode for us today. We have a bracket lined up and the usual stuff, 2025 and whatnot. Joined by my beautiful two co-hosts. We don't have the Dane today, so he can, dearly miss, but still a Dane. Here's Connor and here's Nick. How you boys doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm all right.
Better than
Lovely.
Bido's doing, where Bido is unfortunately at the
Dane,
moment dying in bed of the flu. To which I asked him earlier, I was like, "Are you sure if you can't make it? But if you're sure," and he's like, "I'm lying in bed and my head's hurting. I don't think I'll be able to make it." He unfortunately was not able to make it. But
first it was, yeah, you guys might have to go without me. And 15 minutes later, it was like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit.
yeah. But in the what was it, like 6-ish hours we had to work something out, we worked out what we're going to do is we're not sure how well it's going to transcribe to audio, so I hope it does well. I will read everything out, but we're going to do, as Vitor did say, we're going to do a bracket of 32 albums. I went on to a bunch of sites. They aren't exactly the top 32 because I don't think all of us had heard the top 32, but I picked 32 that I think are ones we all know, or at least ones most of us know, and ones that will get conversation started. Because, of course, that is what our podcast is about. It's about us waffling until
Mainly waffling.
we get bored, basically.
And just I forgot to mention, just real quick, Mother's Day weekend. So, happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there, especially to the three of our mothers.
Happy Mother's Day,
and Hugo's
3 weeks ago, when this podcast finally comes out.
Yeah, let's go.
Is even Mother's Day in the UK? I don't think it is.
What'd you guys get for your mum?
I don't want to be too loud. She might hear this. Well, I got her flowers.
Oh, it is Mother's Day. I didn't realize it was Mother's Day. Oh no, it's Mother's Day. Yeah. No, sorry, our Mother's Day is in March. All right, never mind.
What?
Yeah,
thought it was international. Anyways,
yeah, I thought it.
It's Father's Day.
I got my mom flowers, but the flowers could only be delivered on Saturday. I usually get the flowers with this one specific lady. She's super nice, and she couldn't deliver tomorrow, so she just gave me the flowers today. Give mom the flowers today, and I also got her. I don't want to say it too loud. I got her perfume, right? And my dad got some other stuff. She's getting spoiled, but she deserves way more than that.
That's all right. My mum's presents don't come in until tomorrow or Tuesday, unfortunately.
See, my family have a tradition, which is we don't get presents on time. So I'm still waiting for presents from my birthday. Other family members are still waiting for their presents from their birthdays. Just kind of how our family works. It just we never have things on time.
Average UK family.
The way our families, but the thing is, especially April, because the way our family's birthdays go is my grand's April 1st, my dad's April 10th, I'm April 12th, my aunt's April 14th. We have another someone around April time. There's other people around February that are the same birthday. I think my uncle and his son, so my cousin, are both the same birthday, which is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, but April especially, everyone's birthdays are just clumped together. Especially mine and my dad's, because my dad's is 2 days before mine.
So is there a specific reason why they just like to, have, do they have special occasions that just lined up with the 9 months? Like, what's going on?
No, I was 4 weeks premature, so I think they weren't really expected. If they were trying to time stuff, they were timing it incredibly badly.
I did come out a few weeks than I was supposed to as well. I was supposed to be a September baby, but it ended up being an August baby.
I was supposed to be May 4th, which is sad, so I would have been born on Star Wars Day. But instead, I was born
supposed to be
on April
July
12th.
31st.
I was like 3 weeks and 1 day premature, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, does he need to be put in an incubator?" And I was just like a restless baby. I was like, "No." So I just went home, and then I was ill for the rest of my baby life. But well.
Nice. There you go.
No different
Lovely.
from now. You're still ill.
I mean, it shows because you don't like Sepultura.
I know I'm still ill. Thanks for the top crack on the. This is why everyone follows the podcast, to watch me get bullied. I'm going to play the victim. And also, I know when you're hearing this, several stuff has come out. And I know I would have recorded like a intro to this, but thank you to everyone for like the positive receptions of the first 3 episodes that have come out at this point, because we're finally seeing. It's good to finally have these coming out because we've had them in the locker for a while. But thank you for everyone sharing them. Thank you for everyone doing everything. But yeah, on to the main thing, which will be our bracket. So I'll read out the 2 picks. I think we vote, then maybe discuss, or discuss, then vote. We'll work it out. Okay. So, in the first round of knockouts, which is not the quarterfinals yet, is Emperor Anthems to the Welkin of Dusk, which we talked about last episode, or Follow the Reaper by Children of Bodom. Now, I will make a point and say Follow the Reaper is my favorite album of all time. So I'm picking that one.
Okay. I like Follow the Reaper a lot, and I'm just gonna reference to the top 50 that I made today. If it applies to my pick, then I'm gonna just quickly reference it. Anthems was in my top 50. And Follow the Reaper, I wasn't in my top 50. It's for sure gonna be. I'm gonna make a 51 to 100 soon. It's probably gonna be in the 51 to 70 range, I imagine. So it's an album that I really, really do like, but I'm gonna have to pick Anthems for this one.
All right, Nick, it's up to you.
I'm gonna have to pick Follow the Reaper. I like Anthems, but Follow the Reaper is just slightly better.
It's far better.
I'm not angry at it.
Yeah, I have a feeling this shouldn't have happened now. I know because I made this. I know some of the stuff that's on this. These are 2 like arguably winners.
Yeah, they're both all-timers, and they're both pillars in their genre. So yeah. But I mean,
you can pick either one and be right.
Oh, okay. So we have the Battle of New Metal. We have Slipknot, Iowa.
No.
We have Toxicity by System of a Down.
This is not close. It's Toxicity by a mile. This is not close. Don't overthink it.
No, that's actually shit, man. I like.
I'm gonna reference the top 50 again, okay? And System of a Down just narrowly missed being on my top 50. And Toxicity is very close in being there. System of a Down period is very close to being there. I love System of a Down, and I'm just not big on Slipknot like that. This is not close to me.
All right, Nick, you speak, because I think you're.
See, I used to really like Slipknot, not so much now. But Iowa, I still like Iowa, obviously. Even Slipknot haters like Iowa. Oh, that's actually tough. I think songwriting-wise, Toxicity's better. I'm just gonna go Toxicity just.
Yeah, I was gonna put you out your misery if you couldn't come up with a thing. I like Iowa. I will make the argument that Slipknot as a whole haven't aged well. I don't think Slipknot aged really well when you get older and you start listening to their lyrics a bit more. Like, especially early Slipknot. I don't mind early Slipknot. I like the first 2 albums especially, but I think System of a Down, Toxicity specifically, is a great album. And again, I've just realized our next round is going to be tough when it comes back to this one.
Let's see it.
Okay, so we got Scream Bloody Gore by Death. We got Jane Doe by Converge.
Oh,
Nick, do you want to go first?
Scream Bloody Gore. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. That album is ass. I won't hear otherwise.
Which
Dylan
album
just
is
can't play
awesome?
better.
Converge.
Converge.
Okay.
Get that dookie away from me. Horseshit. I don't care. Dillinger better.
Have you listened to it, Vitor?
One or two songs. It didn't captivate me.
Oh, I thought you would have heard it.
I did give it a chance, and it probably wasn't a proper chance. I should probably sit down and listen to it again. But I don't imagine that even after I re-listen, I'll put it above Scream Bloody Gore. So I'm comfortable with this pick here.
I don't mind Jane Doe, but it's not my type of music. So if
It's
Bido was here, if Bido was here, we'd be having arguments.
Yeah.
But,
but even though he likes Jane Doe, I still think he'd pick Scream Bloody Gore.
No, he wouldn't. Jane Doe's in like his top 10 of all time.
Yeah. Jane Doe is in high.
I mean it, and I mean this nicely, but Scream Bloody Gore is not the best Death album. They at least have. It's one of the weak. It's one of the weaker ones in my opinion.
It's their worst. It's their worst. In my opinion.
Second worst for me. I prefer it to Spiritual Healing.
Scream Bloody Gore's
Spiritual Healing.
Oh no, it's top. It's like if we're putting it in the realms with every other death metal album, it's still really high. But I just think it is the first. It's arguably the first of a genre. You're not like. I feel like Leprosy is just Scream Bloody Gore, but better. But that's just my opinion.
I think
Scream Bloody Gore is good, but if you compare it to the rest of their discography, there's a lot more variety within their songs and within songs. And Scream Bloody Gore to me just kind of gets repetitive compared to the rest of their albums. So that's why I just put it below the others.
Yep. All right. So we have Evil Empire by Rage Against the Machine. It's not. Versus Enema by Tool.
Come on.
Oh, Evil Empire every day.
Vitor, we can put you out of your misery here because I don't think me or Nick are picking Tool.
Listen, I like Rage Against a lot, and I like Tool. I do think Tool is overrated. Okay, overrated doesn't mean bad. Okay, I like Tool. I just
it does in this case. Tool are shite.
Oh my god.
Also, for the obligatory wrestling reference in this that I always make, Nick, Penta, the luchador. Yeah, the Tool's guitarist now plays on his theme. Like him and his brother, Ray Phoenix, he plays the guitar on their themes now. So Tool are now a part of WWE.
I actually don't know what to go with this.
Well, either way, I mean this nicely. Either way, Rage.
Yeah, you guys are gonna pick Rage, but I'm thinking for my pick, like what I don't know. You can go with Rage Against, but I'm indecisive here. I actually don't know.
That might be my favorite Rage album, actually. I like the
debut. It's definitely not my favorite Rage album. It's definitely the debut my favorite. If you put Rage Against the Machine here, I'm not thinking about it. But between Anima and Evil Empire, I'm probably leaning Evil Empire still, but.
Yeah, I love Evil Empire is going through.
Yeah, even if I end up picking Enema, so yeah, go ahead. Oh god, this is
Images and Words. Can you let me explain it? Because the audio listeners have not actually know what we're talking about yet. Images and Words by Dream Theater versus the Black Album by Metallica.
Oh, now, get the shit out of here.
In defense of the Black Album, it is a good album.
It is
except it has a war crime of a song, which I keep. Like I every time I listen to the Black Album, and I mean this genuinely, because people who know me know I don't like Don't Tread on Me. But every time I listen to it, I'm like, I'm gonna re-listen to that song and it's gonna click. And every time I forget how bad the riff is, and the fact that it's just one riff for the entire song. It's like it's just that for the entire. I don't mind the chorus, but like. A good chorus of this era of Metallica is like, yeah, every song is going to have a decent, catchy chorus. But no, Images and Words is...
Yeah, Images and Words for sure. I like Black Album, and if you put other Metallica albums here, maybe I would have gone with that, but not the Black Album. For sure, Images and Words.
I think if you put other Dream Theater albums... Yeah, but Images and Words is arguably the best Dream Theater. I personally wouldn't say it is, but arguably is.
I don't think so, but it arguably is. Yeah, sure.
Not gonna
Right.
lie, even if it was like Master Puppets, I still think I'd pick Images and Words.
There, I don't pick Images and Words.
All right,
But
next
like
round is
I
tried to not include duplicates of bands, and I then realized in my list I included 3 Death albums. So I took out one of them, but there are 2
I don't
still.
mind. I don't
So
mind.
in the bracket this
That's
time
delicious.
it's going to be incredibly easy in my personal opinion. Symbolic by Death versus Follow the Leader by Korn. I think
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
Symbolic.
symbolic, easy.
it's
Yeah,
symbolic.
Symbolic.
Yeah, don't need to really talk about
Even
that.
though I
Okay.
don't mind Korn, but yeah, not that album.
Oh,
All right.
come on, bro.
The next one is Leviathan by Mastodon versus Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses.
Oh. Leviathan shits all over that pile of dog shit.
Oh my god.
Guns N' Roses are horse
Yeah,
shit.
Leviathan. This is Hydrogen Bomb and Dying Baby.
No,
here,
it's
I
not.
swear to
It's
God.
this is a good album. You guys need to shut up. It's overplayed. All
This
right.
is Hydrogen Bomb.
Can you let me please speak? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be that thing. You know, I'm gonna put my hand on my chest and I'm gonna stick up for this album.
Okay,
All right.
listen.
The deep cuts on this album are really good. The like
Which one?
Night
Appetite?
Train
No.
and You're Crazy and Think About
There's no good
You
songs in that album.
and Rocket Queen. Those are great songs. And also Leviathan is not my favorite Mastodon album. It's one of my lesser favorite Mastodon albums, actually, to be completely honest.
The great
But-
songs in the room with us.
I just don't like Guns N' Roses. It's not hard for me. Sorry.
Force poo poo.
Yeah, but Axel did sing for AC/DC, which Nick will defend with his life.
Unfortunately.
Jesus Christ. So we have From Master Serious by Gojira versus Vulgar Display of Power by Pantera.
Okay, listen.
From Master
Listen,
Series,
I like-
easy.
Okay, yeah, I mean.
No, get this shit out of here, man. Get out. You see, Gojira's the hydrogen bomb here, man.
Nah, okay.
Vitor,
listen,
this is how I felt last. This is how I felt last round.
I like Vulgar a lot, but I can't place it over From Mars to Sirius.
Does Vulgar have Mouth for War on? Or is that the one?
It's
with that one?
It's Mouth for War.
That's
yeah.
a good song. The rest of the album is basically unlistenable, but that's a good song.
No, it's not.
It really is. Like
No, it's not.
Glam Pantera is best Pantera.
Glam is shit.
There's
No,
There's
the
no
Glam
good Pantera.
Pantera is best Pantera because it's basically just US power metal. Have you heard the 80s Pantera stuff?
I don't plan
Yes.
to. I don't care to.
I mean, I've tried listening to it.
Listen to the song Ninja from Projects in the Jungle. It's basically just a speed metal song. It's
I will, but
awesome.
I can't believe you listen to regular people and don't like it.
Shit.
Gojira
From
wins,
Mars.
by the way.
Look, I'm not disagreeing. Okay. I
Okay,
prefer
so
From
apparently
Mars
we're
to
just
Sirius.
doing this side and then moving on to the other side.
That's okay.
But that's just how this has worked out. Jesus Christ, this is going to be a tough one. Follow the Reaper by Children of Bodom versus Toxicity by System of a Down.
Toxicity for me.
Follow the Reaper. Go on, Nick. What's your pick?
Fuck, man. Can't do that.
These two should be in a
Yeah,
final.
I like
These two-
I like Follow the Reaper a lot, but I love Toxicity.
They're both 10 out of 10 albums. Oh, you can't make me pick. That's cruel.
And
That's
by the
cruel.
way, there
Dan,
are
Dan,
no
you
more.
choose.
There are no. As far as I remember, there are no more of these bands' albums. I haven't put like Hate Breeder or I haven't put So Debut. So this is the only chance they have of going through.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got to go Follow the Reaper. I love
Yes!
Toxicity, but Follow the Reaper
I'm
is
not
one of my
complaining.
favorite albums ever.
I'm not
Follow the
complaining.
Reaper. Scream Bloody Gore versus Evil Empire.
Evil
Scream
Empire.
Bloody Gore.
Ooh. This is tougher than I think it is, but I think I'm going to go Scream Bloody Gore.
Okay.
I do like Evil Empire a lot, but I don't listen to Evil Empire a lot. Whereas I listen to Death quite a lot.
If it was Rage Against, I'm slamming for Rage Against here.
It's closer than I think we made it out to be, but Scream Bloody Gore for me. Images, oh Jesus Christ! Images and Words by Dream
Damn.
Theater versus Symbolic by
God.
Death.
Holy shit,
Oh.
that's hard.
Man,
Oh
first
my
10,
god, that's hard.
I gotta go
Oh my
Symbolic.
god.
That's really tough.
I think Symbolic just.
Oh, I don't know.
No, but Images, like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but Symbolic has Crystal Mountain, and the other side is going,
Dude,
yeah, but Images and
Images-
Words has Metropolis Part 1, and I'm like, that
and
is
it's not
true.
even,
Like,
dude. Learning to Live.
take the time.
Under a Glass Moon.
Like,
Oh my god, dude! Listen, Images and Words marked me. Okay, like as a
I'm
kid,
gonna-
like
I'm gonna put
I gotta
my
go
vote
over.
in.
I gotta go Images
Yeah,
and Words.
I'm gonna go Images and Words as well.
I
Sorry,
gotta-
Symbolic. Symbolic should
Sorry,
be a
Symbolic.
finalist.
Yes,
It's
sorry,
a-
Symbolic.
This isn't a slide against Symbolic, but
I
Images
love
and Words
Symbolic,
is.
and too many, the greatest album of all time. You know, like it's. I
Oh,
love
but
Symbolic, but
it
I gotta
is
go.
close. It is close.
It's very close. It's so close.
No, it's Images. It is
Is
Images and
Is it too late to change mine to Images and Words?
Well, no, you can if you want. I mean, that means it's just a clean sweep. But
Yeah, I'd change it to Images because now that I
It's
think
so
about
close. It's so
It's the-
close.
oh,
both
the
have-
battle, the battle of the white whales.
Of the whales.
We have
yeah.
Leviathan by Mastodon versus From
Oh.
Mars to Sirius by Gojira.
from Master Series.
If
Yeah.
it was a different Mastodon album, I would have gone with that Mastodon album. But here I gotta go for more serious.
No Mastodon album beats.
Crack the Sky, in my
Serious
opinion.
for me.
But
I still need to listen to Practice.
Crack
Follow
the
the
Sky is in my
Reaper.
top 10 of all time.
Follow the Reaper versus Scream Bloody Gore.
Follow the Reaper, Scream Bloody Gore. Yeah, follow the Reaper.
Yeah,
All right. Jesus Christ. Images and Words by Dream Theater versus From Mars to Sirius by Gojira.
No, you can't do that.
Per my top 50, I have to go for March to Sirius, so I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not gonna overthink it. But it's so hard.
I think
I'm
from
gonna
Master
vote-
Series,
I'm gonna-
just.
I know
Mars to
From Mars to
Sirius.
Sirius is the one I like better, but I feel bad at eliminating Images and Words.
I mean, I didn't even have Images and Words in my top 50, and I have from March to Sirius. So yeah,
Follow
same
the
thing here.
Reaper versus From Mars to Sirius.
Yeah, same thing here. I gotta go for March to Sirius.
I've got to go from Master Series, but it's
Well,
very close.
Follow the Reaper. We got you really close.
got
I'm
you really
of course
close.
going Follow the Reaper. It is my favorite album of all time. But Gojira is in the final. So
So now we go
on
to the other side, yeah. All right,
Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger versus Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
man. Soundgarden, that is a phenomenal album, but I gotta go Paranoid.
No, Paranoid. They both peak.
I gotta go Paranoid.
It's the battle
Gotta
of
go.
it's the battle of albums I don't care too much about, to be completely honest. But I'll go Paranoid.
Paranoid.
Yeah.
I gotta go Paranoid.
I
I
do
love
like-
Bad Motorfinger. That's my favorite Soundgarden album.
All right, we
But
have
Paranoid is just peak.
Necroticism by Carcass versus Temega Therion by Celtic Frost.
That's
I
actually
gotta go
good.
Celtic Frost. I gotta go Celtic Frost.
I gotta go
Uh,
Carcass.
I'm gonna go Carcass as well. Am I?
Okay.
Am I gonna go Carcass? Am I letting my personal biases go because Tom G Warrior liked my tweets one time? It is tough because I love that Celtic Frost album. Or isn't it Celtic Frost? I don't know how to say it.
I think it's Celtic.
Celtic's how you say it, but I think everyone's like, no, it's Celtic Frost.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I say Celtic. Yeah,
I'm gonna go Necroticism.
Okay.
yeah, I gotta go Carcass.
Covenant by Morbid Angel versus Rain in Blood by Slayer.
Covenant.
Slayer.
I gotta go Slayer. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Rain in Blood's one of my favorite albums of all time. I love that.
I
album
love
today.
Rain and Blood. Covenant's
But I
peak.
love
could put it on
Covenant.
vinyl.
I love Covenant. It's my favorite Morbid Angel album. But Rain in Blood's just
Covenant.
a smidge better.
Covenant's in my top 50. Rain of Blood almost made it, but it didn't. Yeah, Covenant. Anyway.
Nick's about to die when he is, because I don't think Nick, are you watching the screen or not?
No, I'm not.
No. All right, so Nick, I don't mean to make this really difficult for you, but it's Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains versus Go to Reveries by Opeth.
It goes for Everest.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead. What do you mean? Are you fucking serious? To me or Connor?
No, just the
Connor.
fact this exists. Just the fact this exists.
Are you fucking for like you're joking, right? You're
No.
bullshitting me.
It's Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains versus Ghost Reveries by Opeth. I'm gonna go Jar of Flies just to make sure Nick actually has to pick one.
You're such a
And
cunt.
also Jar
I
of
hate-
Flies is the one I prefer.
Well, Jar of Flies has my favorite song of all time on it. Oh, you're such a fucking prick, Connor. I hate you.
I didn't
fucking
know.
hate you.
I didn't know these two were going to go up against each other. For all we know, it was going to be Alice in Chains versus Pantera, and that would have been a very, very fucking easy answer. But no,
I'm sorry, Opeth. I'm gonna go Jar of Flies.
No.
hot take. I think that's the only Opeth album I put in this. So that means for once in this podcast,
No.
Opeth is losing first. That means by our
I'm
laws of
sorry.
this podcast, Opeth is on the same level as Guns N' Roses in our opinion. That's all
Oh,
I'm
no.
saying. That's
And
all.
Pantera. And Pantera.
Master of Puppets by Metallica versus Under the Sign of the Black Mark by Bathory.
Master Puppets.
Under Son of the Black Man.
Under the Sign of the Black Mark.
Oh,
So
shut up.
Vitor is. What do you mean? Shut
Master
up.
Puppets-
Under
Master
the
Puppets
Sign
peak,
is
but, like,
amazing. Under the Sign is
I
amazing.
know it
That
is.
Like Under the
That is
Sign, in my
Bathory.
opinion, is when like black metal really becomes black metal. Like, yes, you had Bathory debut, you had stuff like that, but I think that's where it really becomes. I prefer Blood, Fire, Death, but Under the Sign
Yeah, same.
is phenomenal. Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast versus Rush's first album.
Number of the Beast. Lucky I just listened to Rush's first
I,
album
man,
yesterday.
I'm
That's why I
sorry,
put
I'm
Rush's first
sorry,
album,
Rush. I'm sorry, Rush, but Number of the Beast.
It's Number of the
I
Beast.
like
I'm-
the debut, but Number of the Beast is better.
I'm also doing a listen through of Rush. I'm up to Power Windows, which means I'm about to start the really shit period. And I will say, Rush's debut is so fun every time you go back to it. It's such a fun album. But Number of the
Zeppelin
Beast
are
is
a good band.
so true. The Number of the Beast is one of my favorite albums of all time. Oh, we're about to get we're gonna get hate comments from a certain group of people. Meliora by Ghost versus De Mysterious Dom Satanas by Mayhem.
I think
Meliora.
The Mysterious is the only good Mayhem album, but I still prefer
There's no such thing as a good Mayhem album. They're all shit.
I actually have not heard this Mayhem. I've heard like plenty of songs. From
It's
that I prefer.
the
Don't
vocals. The vocals are a bit too much for me, honestly. But I do like the instrumental. But Meliora for sure. I like Meliora a lot.
Almost like Mayhem are only famous because they have a cool story. Oh Christ!
Oh come on.
But Beneath the Remains by Sepultura versus Rust in Peace by Megadeth.
Listen, as much as I love Beneath the Remains, and as much as I love Sepultura, Beneath the Remains is not even in my top 50, which was really hard for me to do, even though I had 2 Sepultura albums on it. Rust in Peace was my 8th album, I think. I gotta go Megadeth here.
Nick, I thought this would be easy for you, to be completely honest.
See, I like Rest in Peace a lot.
I can't believe the disrespect that
But-
Rust in Peace has been getting on Twitter recently. Like it's ridiculous to me.
I know, I agree with you.
But
You
Well,
can-
no,
you
everyone's
can-
most of the opinion is basically like Megadeth fans only like Rust in Peace, which to be honest is not that too.
That is-
Okay,
that
okay,
is true.
but then people are bringing down just how good Rest in Peace is. Rest in Peace is an
Rest in
all-timer.
Peace is peak.
It's got to stop. It's got.
Although I will say, someone did get at me very well because I think someone said like, "Oh no, Peace Sells is their best album." And I went, "Yeah, but it has you ain't Iron Superstitious," and they were like, "Oh yeah, but Rust in Peace is Dawn Patrol." And I'm like, "Fair enough."
Oh, see, if this is Peace Sells, I would pick Peace Sells, but I gotta go Beneath the Remains.
You think
That
Peace
means-
Sells is better than Rest in Peace? Oh my god!
I
This is
like
gonna.
Rest in Peace, but if Peace Sells is my favorite Megadeth album.
To be fair, Peace Sells has Wake Up Dead and Devil's Island and Black Friday.
Devil's
So-
Island's my favorite Megadeth song. Even though I Ain't Superstitious is on that's a horrible cover. Every time I have it hidden on Spotify.
Bro,
So when I
how the
listen to
hell?
it, it doesn't play.
How the hell are Megadeth so shit at covers? The only good cover they did was "No One Missed a Nice Guy" by Alice Cooper. The rest of it, like these boots on the debut, is so bad. That cover is shit. The cover of Anarchy in the UK is shit.
Their
The co- like,
Paranoid cover is shit.
All their covers are so bad. They covered "Cold Sweat" by Thin Lizzy on Super Collider, and it's the best song on that album. But it's still a shit to cover. It's just good because no one.
Not hard to do the best song on that pile of shit.
All right, time for me to choose. It's a really good thrash album and a really mid thrash album. I'm gonna go
I can't
Rust
say
in
what I want to
Peace.
say on here.
All right, back up to the top. Paranoid by Black Sabbath versus Necroticism by Carcass.
Paranoid.
Carcass.
It's Carcass. It's Carcass. Thank God. Get that mid out of
Yeah.
You're very lucky we're on the podcast right now, Connor.
there. Nick, this
That's
might be
all I'm
hard.
saying.
This might actually be hard for Nick again. I think Nick's being put through the trenches here. Rain in Blood by Slayer versus Jar of Lies by Alice in Chains.
No, Jar of Flies.
Jar of Flies, yeah.
I'd go Rain in Blood, but I'm not upset.
Oh, I hate being sick, man. That's not fun.
Under the Sound of the Black Mark by Bathory versus Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Number of the Beast.
Oh, it's actually. I gotta go Number of the Beast just.
Yeah, Number of the Beast is one of my favorite albums of all time, so it's not too difficult.
But you can pick either one and you'd be right, to be honest.
Meliora by Ghost versus Rust in Peace by Megadeth.
Rest
Come
in
on.
peace.
Oh, I swear to God, rest in peace.
It is Rust in Peace. Necroticism by Carcass versus Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains.
Jar of Flies.
Jar of Flies.
Sorry, Necroticism.
You peaked. Jar of Flies.
Yeah. Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden versus Rust in Peace by Megadeth.
Rest in peace.
Oh, that's actually.
I'm going Number of the Beast.
I'm gonna go Number of the Beast. I'm sorry, Vitor.
I love Rust in Peace, but Number of the Beast is one of my favorite.
We're gonna let Gojira win again.
Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains versus Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Number of the Beast.
I'm sorry, I gotta go Jar of Flies.
See, my heart of hearts, I know Number of the Beast is a better album, but Jar of Flies is just like.
It's the best EP of all time.
I wouldn't go. I'm gonna go Number of the Beast. Sorry, Jar of Flies.
My beloved.
All right, the grand final from Mars to Sirius by Gojira or Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Mars to Sirius.
Gojira.
Yeah.
Well, I got cucked very quickly. That was going to go Number of the Beast and try and make a point, but there's no fucking point, is there? All right, Gojira. So
it would have been Rust in Peace here, by the way. Or Rest in Peace, I mean.
No wonder who that's for.
So
would you guys have picked from Mars to Sirius or Rest in Peace?
From Mars to Sirius. We picked Number of the Beast. Winning. We picked Number of the Beast over Megadeth, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick Number of the Beast over Gojira. So I think Number of the Beast is the better album. Children of Bodom should have won it for me, but of course it should have won it for me. I will say there was some really unfair stuff there. Like how did Jar of Flies and Ghost Reveries go up against each other in the first round?
That's sick word.
Oh, Ghost Reveries went too early, man.
Yeah.
Ghost Reveries would have won the whole thing for me.
I will say if it was Still Life, I would have picked Opeth.
I also would have picked Still Life, but I prefer Ghost Reveries.
That's great.
That's fair.
Yeah, I have Ghost Reveries over Still Life in my top 50.
That was fun.
Opeth was the band that I had the most in my top 50. I had 4 Opeth albums.
We should do that again sometime when we have all of us.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
It wouldn't work with 4 people though. Be a lot of ties and all that.
We just
but if we have a tie, we can run an RNG or something.
Yeah.
True.
But that was our thing. If I remember, I hopefully will, because while I'm editing this, I'll hopefully remember to. I do have the link to that. I will leave it in the replies to our Twitter and into the description of wherever you listen to our stuff. So do it yourself. Send us what your favorite albums were. Send us your bracket. Send us what you kind of worked out on, because there was some there that I think we don't like, but would have gone through if other people did it much more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one specifically, but yeah. All right. So moving on from that, we're now on to the next part of our podcast, which is the 2025 album. Vitor or Nick, whichever one of you wants to go first, then
I'll let Vitor go first.
I am going with an album called Gargantuan by Amplifier, and the name is very fitting. It's a gargantuan of an album. Amplifier always had good riffs and very intense music in a way. They're classified as alternative rock or like sludge, kind of like not sludge. I think sludge is a reach by me. Maybe they're alternative. That's the best way to describe it. Maybe some post metal a bit. And their newest album, Gargantuan, is very different from. It's much more melodic, still riffy, still. I don't know what word I'm looking for. I think intense is probably the best word to describe them, but the melodies they have, in this album, and the way they do it. I mean, the way they use drums, to incorporate melody, it's not something I've accustomed to, and it was a very pleasant experience to listen to this album. I've listened from to end a few times, and it's very, very high on my 2025 so far. I talked to you both before the episode, and you both told me you guys don't know Amplifier. I think you both would like this band a lot, and this album specifically. I think Hugo as well would, mostly Hugo, I think, would like this album a lot. It's very good if you like downer stuff, I guess, like melodic stuff, but with very, very good riffs and the vocals in it. I think it's a very good experience.
Sounds interesting.
It's very interesting.
I have to give it a listen. All right, Nick, what's your?
You go next, Connor.
All right. Sorry, you're now the host of this. Jesus Christ. All right, my pick is a album from right at the beginning of the year that I kind of haven't. I go back to every couple months because I keep, it's one of those albums when I keep looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, if I'm in the mood for trad, I'll listen to this. And it's Heroes, Saints and Fools by Backslash. Now this was an album that came out on January 31st, and it is a trad metal album that sounds very in the 80s but still doesn't sound like it's ripping off anything from the 80s. There are a couple bands, which we won't mention, that rip off certain bands, and my issue with those bands is that why would I listen to this when I can just listen to the original band? It's my issue with a lot of bands. It's my issue with, I'm trying to think of any big examples. It's my issue with, take Greta Van Fleet, for example. A lot of people's issue with that is they just sound like Led Zeppelin, so why would you listen to them over Led Zeppelin? That's the argument. They don't sound like a specific band. They just sound like they're trying to bring this era of, classic trad into the new age. And the way that I realized I really like this album is I listened to it when it came out, loved it. And then about a month later, I think I was going, sorry. I think I was taking a train journey somewhere, a bus somewhere. And I was like, oh, we need an album to listen to. And I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm going to give this a re-listen. And on the second listen, a month later, I already remembered all of the hooks, all of the choruses, all of the, the catchiness of it. It's one of those albums which just like, it gets stuck in your head the first time you listen to it.
Right.
In a good way. Like right now, I've not listened to this album in a couple months. The title track, the chorus of it is going through my head because it's that catchy that I've only heard it 3 or 4 times, but it's ingrained in my head already. And I think that's what trad is really all about, is just fun. You just need a fun album every now and then. So I highly recommend it. I don't know where it's on. I know it is on streaming, but if you can get physical copies, of course, do support small artists. But that's my pick: Heroes, Saints and Fools by Backslash. And Nick, I know you have heard that. I'm not sure if you remember it, but
I think I remember. I've heard
Well,
some
you
of
rate
the albums this year.
you raised it a 90, so you obviously liked it.
It's my turn now, yeah?
Yeah.
So I've gone for Bile of the Gods by Dead Spawn. I can't remember where they're from. Hold on, let me quickly- Well, they're black and death metal. They're from the US. Came out in January, late January, I think. I think before the album kind of talked about, but still late January. It's very. I don't want to say behemoth, like good black and death metal behemoth, but like it sort of reminds me of behemoth a bit, like the earlier stuff, like Demigod a bit.
Yep.
So if you like behemoth, I do recommend or that era of behemoth, I do recommend checking that out.
Yeah, the
It's
early
not.
stuff. Yeah, the early Behemoth is so good.
It's not like 100% like it, but I don't know. I got behemoth vibes from it. It's a very good album.
I hear it.
Still haven't gotten around to listening to Behemoth. I know I've heard you listen to Demigod,
Peak.
Evangelion, and
Peak.
Satanist, and then just ignore the rest. I've heard as the somewhat common consensus, but
the two albums before Demigod are good as well.
I just
Yeah,
Nurgle's
you can ignore the rest.
Nurgle's just such a fucking.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's so annoying that I just don't want to listen to him.
I get to a point now. I get like edgy and stuff in black metal, but this dude's like 40 something years old doing this nonsense stuff. It's like Glenn Benton, like
he's
retired.
Was it Glenn Benton said he was gonna
Satan right me.
He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill myself at 33 so I can be with Satan."
Satan right through me.
He's such a fucking. Didn't he also like taser rats or something? I know he has a cross burned into his forehead.
No, not burnt. He engraved it.
No, I thought it was like what's it? Like branded. I thought that was what it was.
No, I don't know if it's branded. And he's got it. He's got it still.
Yeah, I remember he got Matt.
Again.
Yeah, well, it's pretty easy when you talk about fucking Glenn Benton.
Dude, that
was he also like? Oh yeah, like Satan helped me write my music. Was like, he's such a.
Isn't there Satan wrote through him or some shit?
And then there was this whole thing. It was like, I'm gonna commit suicide at 33, so I could be with Satan. Then you reach 33, and like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, he's such an idiot. And then he used AI art on his most recent album, which shows how much of a poser he really is.
I remember seeing something about people complaining he was using AI. He's like, metal bands are like soft these days. I'm like, man, you're like 60 years old.
It's because Tomb Mold did that thing where they took a picture in just like their normal clothes and everyone got mad at them. So they were wearing like shorts and stuff. And was like, that's not true black metal outfits. And it's like, okay. Because they're like progressive death metal. And it's like, what do you expect from a progressive death metal band? What you expect them to wear? Like
corpse paint?
Yeah.
It's stupid. Doesn't matter what they wear.
Exactly. I mean, I do care more about image than a lot of others. I mean, was it, well, what's his fucking name? Brian Robertson from Thin Lizzy joined Motorhead for my favorite album by them, which is Another Perfect Day, because they go really melodic on it. And they kicked him out of the band because he kept wearing a headband and like shorts in Motorhead. So you got Lemmy and Filthy Animal with like, dirty like leather jackets and like studded belts and like,
That's funny.
And then you just got him in like shorts. Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. If not, I'll show you after. But if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. They're so funny. And then they just kicked him out because he. But yeah, those are our 2025 picks. give them a listen. Let us know 2025 pick you enjoy, and yeah, basically. But
Look out for
now
more brackets, right?
Exactly. And now onto the pick, which I wish I'd known this last time because I picked this album for my favorite album of 2001, and then we spun the wheel, and it landed on this album. So I guess we're going to talk about it more. But at least we had the person here that introduced me to it, which is good.
Yeah.
The album we got was "At the Gates of Utopia" by Stormlord. This is by the Italian symphonic black metal band, is what they are known as, but you could say they're kind of power metal-y, they're kind of melodic black metal-y, they kind of just sound like Stormlord. They don't really have a thing you can pigeonhole them into. It was released on Scarlet Records on November 23rd, 2001. I'm not going to read the names because they're all like the most traditional looking Italian names, and I feel like I'm going to... Cristiano Borchi on vocals.
Oh my!
Pierangelo. Jesus Christ! This is like a running part of this fucking podcast. It's just me trying to pronounce foreign names. Giglioni on guitar. Francesco Bucci on bass. Simone Sazocchio on keyboards. David Fulcito on drums. And on guest vocals, we have Volga D. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yeah, you got it.
Zarestini?
Yep.
That sounds about right. On opera vocals, narration, and clean singing. I am very sorry for butchering all of those. Please go look up their names if you want to hear how they're actually said, because I am a British man. Foreign relations aren't exactly our strong spot. But
You don't say.
But first to talk about this album, I will say Nick, because Nick, you were the one that introduced this to me. So how did you discover this album, and what are your opinions on it?
Can't really remember how I discovered them. I think I just saw. I was just going through Spotify, like. I remember. I was looking at such a melodic death metal on Spotify for like people's playlists, and I was looking to see what cool covers they had, and I saw that. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a cool cover. I'll listen to it, and I listened to it. It's peak music. I love that album. The melodies on that album are amazing. I love the synths and the keyboards. It sort of does remind me of Children of Bodom a bit, but like less.
It's like a black metal Children of Bodom.
Yeah, it's like they're more black metal-y.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I love that band. I love that album.
Vitor, what's your take on At the Gates of Utopia by Stormlord?
I do have to give it another listen. I only ever give it a single listen. It was a while ago. But it did leave a mark. I do remember it. It wasn't an album that I completely forgot about. Don't know why I didn't listen to it again. I think I just have a lot of stuff on my to listen stuff. So I do have to give it another proper listen though. But I remember it. It was pretty triumphant. Very symphonic, very epic. It's the type of stuff I like. It's pretty much what I like. It's I wish I could get another listen to be more technical about it, but I do remember. I listened to it from front to end just once, in one sitting, and I don't remember the songs by heart because of that, but I do remember having a good time of it. And again, it was pretty symphonic, very epic, and that's just the type of stuff I like. Very melodic. Maybe when it comes to symphonic, I prefer it to be not so power, I guess. If I listen to power metal, I want to listen to power metal. I don't like blending the two too much. But I think they did it fine, so I did enjoy the album, and yep, it was a good experience. It was a good time.
So I gave this a listen, and like it's not even like my 10th listen. I listened to this album a lot. Work this morning. It's so fun. I love this album so much. Have you heard any of their other albums or just this one?
Just this one.
So the first album, I mean this in the nicest way possible to it, because I do like the album. It's just a shit post. The entire album is so weird. Like it'll be like it'll just be like black metal singing. And just like normal black metal, and it'll be like and it'll be like a keyboard solo. And you'll just listen to it going, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, but it's really fun. This is basically they've like that album is like, oh yeah, we've got all these ideas and they've just thrown them at a wall and then tried to join the dots. This is like they've actually gotten the ideas and made them a cohesive thing. Because this album is great. My only issue with this album is I find the operatic vocals can still sound a bit out of place at points, like the first album, but it's hardly an issue. I love how dominant the keyboards are on this album. I think it does a perfect job of giving this a unique sound. And yeah, it's a phenomenal album. It's a very hard album to describe if you haven't listened to it, because it just has a very unique sound to it. But it's an album I'd highly recommend. It's an album I actually give to a lot of people who are trying to get into death metal, especially extreme metal, because it is very melodic, very fun.
Yeah, it's a good gateway for sure.
The title track, and this is a really niche reference, but it reminds me of theme park music in the UK, like music we'll have for theming here. In a very good way, because we have very good theme park music here. But it's very atmospheric, very interesting. And yeah. Apologies for my horrific singing. That didn't mean to go out like that. But
you should become an opera singer.
I mean, it is how it sounds on the first album. I'm not too far off how bad the singing is on the first album. It does sound like
but
that.
it's so funny.
But it comes out of nowhere. It just comes out of nowhere. It's a phenomenal album. I highly recommend listening to their entire. I've only heard the first three, but all three are good. They also on the third album they cover Moonchild by Iron Maiden in their fashion. Really so it's just like thrashy, and then like keyboards and the main instrument. It's like fucking black metal growls for the verses. Then when the chorus is just like clean vocal. It's so funny.
It's one of the better Maiden covers I've heard.
Yeah. What other Maiden covers would there be? Aces High by Jonah Bodum.
The Bodum one. There's I think Machine Head covered Helen Be Her Name. Is it Machine Head? I can't remember.
No. Let me check. Iron Maiden covers.
I know a band covered Helen Be Her Name. I can't remember if it's Machine Head or not.
No, not Iron Maiden. Show me which band's covered.
It might have been Machine Head.
Oh, there's just B in it. How to Be the Name by Machine Head. Aces High. Oh, this is definitely a wrong one. Remember Tomorrow by Opeth. I'm not sure if I've actually heard that cover. That's apparently one. Someone here said Flash of the Blade by Avenged Sevenfold. I disagree with that.
Ew.
It's such a bad cover.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to think. It's where there were other ones I could remember. Apparently Creator covered Number of the Beast. I don't think I've heard that.
Oh yeah, they did. That's right. Yeah, that's a good cover. It's on. It's like a bonus track from Phantom Antichrist.
Someone said Ghost Phantom of the Opera. I don't mind that cover, but it's not anything special in my opinion. I'm trying to think.
The whole EP is not even that great.
I will say a band called Mustang from India. They're a modern band. It's a Judas Priest cover. I got the wrong band.
I like Here Comes the Sun.
Mustang.
Yeah, that's a good. I like their early covers better.
Orgasmatron by Sepultura.
Are we just going cover songs overall now? I'll happily talk about cover songs if we want to go off topic again.
Yeah, I'm just talking about random.
But if we're going any covers, I'm gonna finish what I was saying. The band Mustang from India, they covered "Ram It Down" by Judas Priest, which is like, if you've not heard "Ram It Down" because it's not a very popular album. The album itself I really like, but I get why people don't. It's like Turbo, but it starts off with like a speed metal song. Like the song "Ram It Down" is just a speed metal song, and they covered it, and it's very good. Blind Guardian have a lot of great covers. That's what I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Blind Guardian Goat.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun, and that bracket was very fun, and I'd happily do another bracket again if we
Would you
ever get the
guys
chance to.
mind if I constructed my own bracket with just my albums from my top 50?
As long as the
Yeah,
albums from your top 50 are ones that we have all heard, so that
No,
we
yeah,
don't
I'm
just
not
have.
gonna put fucking like Battle Diagraph that only Nick listens
Yeah.
to.
And don't put every Opeth album in there, because that would just.
No.
But I feel like we do need
I probably would have to put some stuff that is not on my top 50, but
we also
you know.
need some Who Invited Bloods, like Pantera.
I don't have Pantera on my top 50.
Yeah, but we just need to put other ones in there.
Oh, okay,
we have
alright, cool.
we have some sacrificial lambs that can go off, so not every single one is.
I know.
The fact that the first one was Children of Bodom versus Emperor, I think was.
That's a good start.
Walking. Yeah. Walking went too early.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hate being sick. I'm sorry for my sniffling, the whole thing. I had the flu the last couple of days.
No, it's fine. But yeah, I'll try and remember to leave the. Hopefully, it works properly if I leave the link to the bracket in the replies to our Twitter, and I'll try and leave it in the description. So do it. Reply to us. Let us know what on yours. Let us know what went out early on yours. Let us know how you differ on ours. If you want to, I'll probably say it at the beginning. So I am leaving in a reminder to myself here. So when I'm editing this, I'll hopefully have told you guys at the start about the replies. So if you played along with us and you saw what we did, then what was your ending? But let us know in the replies what your bracket was, what your 2025 album was, and what your opinions are. Or if you've not heard it and you want to give an album a listen, check out At the Gates of Utopia by Stormlord if you want something new to check out. But with that, we'll see you next week.